I am handsome, oh so handsome. I am handsome and awesome and handsome. I am so handsome. I am Gaston and I am handsome. Hey everyone, for those who don't know me, my name is Eric, and on tonight's Halloween episode, I wanted to talk to you about one of the scariest things that a person can face in the real world, and that is deciding to leave or quit their job. And yes, it is a very scary thought to think about, going up to their boss saying, you know what, I'm done, because it's not only scary to do it, talk to someone else, it's a reflection on yourself and feeling as though you're giving up. And tonight I just want to talk about the idea that you're not always giving up when you say that you quit. As much as people like to say that you are, or think that you're going in the wrong direction, you really want to be able to take the steps to think about what is best for you. Okay, so yes, there has been a time where I have had to decide to leave a job. And it was terrifying. And the thing was just that it was definitely one of those decisions that I really had to take the time and think about over and over again, tell myself, are you really going to do this? Are you that type of person? You've been through worse things. And yes, I have been through worse things, but you really want to make sure that you want to find out that balance between making sure that you're not over taking care of yourself, but not and not taking care of anyone else, but also not taking care of yourself at all and only taking care of others. So you want to be able to find that balance. One of the things I really just wanted to make sure of is because I have seen transitions go much worse than this, where a person will just literally leave, no 2 weeks notice or anything, and just like vanish and just be like, nope, I'm out of here. I just want to talk to you about 3 main steps as to how to kind of overcome that big leap of deciding whether or not to quit your job. To follow. Number 1, stick with the job for at least a couple months. And for some people that go into a really bad job, that can be really scary to think about because that feels like a long time. But I tell you, no matter what job you're going into, the first 2 to 3 months is the most rocky because you're getting that big adjustment as to not only the job duties, but the type of people you're working with, the climate, and the environment that you are situated in. And there's this learning curve that they talk about that really takes time for you to settle in. And it's not really something that you can really just jump into. It sort of comes with time more than anything. So really understanding how you feel in the environment is a number 1. That's a red flag for you. Number 2. Really understanding your purpose. So obviously that's a very big existential type question, but even just as something as your job, you should be able to feel proud of and know that, be able to tell someone very easily what sort of difference you're making. For me, it was something that I knew I was trying to do, but in my own personal style as opposed to the way that the job required it, it definitely wasn't a good fit. It was 2 different styles, and for me, I wasn't really able to make nearly as much of a difference as I typically would in, say, other jobs. So that was another big flag. And then finally, trying to figure out how to transition. So not only transitioning in, but transitioning out, because I've seen both good and bad transitions. You want to make sure that you give at least a couple weeks in advance so that the employer can know that they have to start hiring for someone new. They have to go through a whole training process, and if that doesn't go through, that can really not only hurt the boss, but also all the employees as well. So you really want to make sure to kind of be very courteous in that manner, because that also helps with your legacy. You don't want to leave any place on a bad note because that can haunt you in the long run. I want to leave you with that. I hope everyone has a nice Halloween. Have a good night. Well, I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of anything because I am Gaston. Ya-da-da-da-da-da. What is this? 'Tis but an acne. I am flawed.